Stream Elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Stream Elements.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Ghetto zebras. Pay their bill.
Hi, Ghetto.
starting in this bit so that I'll get the radio menu up.
Ghettos Evans. Any interesting news since last night with the landing?
No, I think they're getting very much back to normal now after all that. Bad shoot, I left it to the last minute, so. I've hit my engine control, I'm not too bad. gear came down. Quite sure I pressed the button, but oh, I've got no gear indicator at all, so I think the gear stuff got shot up. Okay, I could jump straight in on the LA7 now that I'm down and damaged. Oh, I see Ghetto's in a 190, very nice.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Hello, yeah, that sounds like quite an eventful time. But yeah, sorry I messaged because I think you put stuff in the group that I haven't replied to, and you might have even messaged me. I can't remember, but I just sort of thought I need to message you. I kept meaning to for like a couple of days, and then I saw on Friday, last night. Can't remember, but whatever night it was, I thought, oh, I'll see if you were streaming, and there wasn't a stream, sort of a recent stream, so I thought, yeah, I need to just sort of double check you're all good. But yeah, that sounds like quite a chaotic week, and yeah, let me know in future when that sort of stuff happens, because even though there's nothing I can do engineeringly, mechanically, but I can at least get you around like showers or something. Although actually, you know, the shower's electric anyway, isn't it? So you still had, hot water. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I don't know. Were you able to have warm showers and stuff? I would have thought so. That kind of makes sense. And you've obviously got a kettle for boiling water, but yeah, let me know, because I wouldn't want you. I definitely want you to be cold. And I know it's not January or anything, but even so, it's not ideal at all. And that's quite crazy that it was deemed as like dangerous or unsafe or whatever. And excuse the pun, but you're quite hot on boiler checkups and servicing and stuff. And I feel as though that boiler didn't have much wrong with it, or something wrong with it before, or maybe the pressure. I can't remember, but I know that it wasn't that long ago that you had something done to it. So to be deemed as that is quite crazy. So yeah, I'm glad it's sorted, and Dave had a little fly and was interested and stuff. That's really, really positive when that sort of stuff happens, because it breaks his day up, meets someone nice to have a little chat with, break the day up, and for you to share it with, essentially. So that's nice. It's a nice little outcome. And yeah, well done on the grass. Even though that's broken. It's obviously like I guess it's maybe the plastic bit. I couldn't see where it had broken or how. But I guess it's brittle plastic, maybe. I'm not really sure. And yeah, I do remember the tap being with glue. Something to do with the tap and the glue. So yeah, it's a lot of fun and games to keep you busy. But yeah, that's about it really. I'm all good, we're all good. April's just been very, very busy with she's got a book launch tomorrow. She's been sort of cooking a lot, so it's just like constant washing up, putting away, or constant washing up, recycling stuff. And yeah, it's just she's been very, very, very busy. And then as have I, just advanced work really, and just other bits of stuff in life has come in and sorted, but not what that I need to get sorted. So yeah, no, all good our end. But yeah, I'll give I'll drop in. Don't know when.
Folks, I'll be back soon.
When. Maybe towards the end of next week. I think because I've tried to pin a day to get over to you over the last week, but there's no way that I could have done it. But yeah, so I've just kind of been a bit of a non-stop. And oh yeah, the tooth. Is it fully broken, as it were, or is it just cracked? Yeah, how did that come about? Sorry, it's a bit of a long voice note. Yeah, how did the tooth stuff come about? And nice work on the dinner. Looks pretty good. Don't worry. Yes, I am driving, obviously, but I looked at your message and picture before I started driving, so I'm not being completely naughty. But yeah, good work on that. It's well done. And the sprouts is a different choice, but well done for getting a bit of green. So yeah, yeah, that's about all. I'll give you. Well, I'll try and get over to you next week. Actually, then
I'm going to respond to this message fairly soon.
Yeah, that's about it.
Before I get fired.
I'll speak to you in a bit.
Okay, and I'm good now to roll, I think. My air bottle is connected, but I haven't applied it. I have to tell them to apply the air. Although I didn't do that last night. By accident, I didn't do it, and it still seemed to work. Let's do it. Oh, that didn't work. I didn't get that. Oh, perhaps I'm not on the screen. Okay.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Yeah, I wasn't on
Copy.
the DCS screen.
Air is now applied.
Okay, so now he's applied the air, I can work my way around the cockpit and get her started up. That's it, I was just getting the pressure up to 1.2. Sounds like Ghetto's just got his engine started. Why is she not running? Oh, I didn't turn the fuel on. Okay, let's do it. No, I've probably got to now prime it again, etc.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected. I think I know what I'm doing. Oh, goodness, my level's gone down. My voice level. I've got to look at another process now. Yeah, something has knocked my mic level right down. That's better. That's where it should be. I thought something changed earlier on. Oh, I didn't touch anything, but something caused that mic level to drop right down to about
well, 10% lower than it is now. I've got to reconnect my air.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
I didn't turn that wheel on,
Copy.
that valve.
Ground air supply is now connected.
Okay, that's open, so now I'll do it as if I was starting. Open that and close it again and ask them to disconnect and see if this works.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
That's sorting it. Because I didn't open that valve there, so it didn't pressurise the system, it only just put it to the place to start the engine, I guess. Okay, I'll make the way round. I've got to remember to open the cooling, like the cowl, engine cowl on the oil cooler. If I don't do that, she will overheat before I float very much at all. bit of white rudder trim does seem to help with taxi wheels. I don't think anyone's coming in, but I'll wait, just check. No one coming in. The engine's still quite cool actually. I'll pull onto the runway and then open the gate, the doors. 49 LA7 26 for takeoff. let's give Ghetto a buzz. I think I might actually go back to those units to the east of the airfield. Carry on beating them up, hopefully. Actually, I didn't trim, so I should trim for flight now. Why is it gone? I didn't open it. So look, if you don't open your engine cowls, the engine seizes up, because look at the temperature. Oh, I kept telling myself that a number of times and I still failed. I don't think I've got enough legs to land. It's going to be a belly flop in one of these fields nearby. I really don't think I can make this. That's stupid. Number of times I said to myself, I've got to open those flaps up. I still didn't. I can't put the gear down, of course, because without the engine running, I can't move the gear. Well done it. I should do it again and concentrate. I think I was adjusting sounds and things. It put me on the other screen. It just throws me. To be more focused. But I'll do an LA7 again. And this time I'll just go right through it, and I wasn't that far away from the airfield. Go right through it and just get going this time.
Chief, connect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply is now connected. Chief, apply ground air supply. Copy. Air is now applied.
Okay, open this valve, which I forgot last time. Put fully fine and brake on. Fuel on. Exhaust to fuel tank. Pressure up for the fuel. So I'll need to pump that wobble pump to give me 1.2 on this gauge here. open the fuel, turn the fuel on. Close the vents. And remember to open them this time. Turn on this valve to get the prop turning. Prime. Magneto's on. Battery on. Press the starter and then pump. Okay, we're good that time. Close this valve. Get the air disconnected.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
And make sure that I still have brakes every time. Yep, brakes are still functioning. Turn on lights, etc. Give myself some flaps ready for takeoff. I think in that fairly short time by comparison I'm ready to go. So my cowl flaps are closed, my oil cooler flap is closed, and I've got to open them before I actually start my takeoff run up. But I can taxi to the airfield where am I? Longer taxi this time. Relaxer, I think. Oh no, it's undead. Let's go.
Ghettos Evans. Got the radio in the 190 working like how we did the last 7.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I haven't set my radio frequency, which I need to. No, wait a minute. Hang on a minute, why is it not giving me, is it cog? No, it's not the cog. No, I haven't got that light, I haven't got the aerial. Oh, what's going on?
Ghettos Evans. Trialing it for fun, the Dora sounded real quiet and you could hear the supercharger or a nice little whistle. Ghettos Evans. Real good asterisk.
Oh right, that's good. Yeah, that sounds good. I can't remember why I'm not able to adjust my radio. I've got the radio menu, but I can't. I'm sure it's this one. It's on push to talk, but the little area light isn't lit up. Now why is that? What have I forgotten? The battery's on. I've obviously forgotten something.
Ghetto zebras. What's wrong?
Well, on the radio, the radio window, this one that I'm wiggling, I'm not getting the frequency. I've not got a green area, so I can't get to the frequency to adjust it. I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't got the little green area. Antenna.
Ghetto zebras. Is it radio bug?
Oh, yes.
Ghetto zebras.
It probably is.
Maybe respawn. Ghetto zebras.
Yeah.
And hot slot.
Yeah, I could do that maybe. Yes, that would be it because I crashed, didn't I? That is the radio bug. When you crash, you come back in. Although I'm not in the same slot, I've come back in the slot you were in, I think, in your 190, and then you have mine. So, I don't know. I don't really want a hot slot, because that means that you're coming with the engine running. It's a little bit cheaty, but I'll just reslot and see what happens.
Ghetto zebras. I like restarting myself
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's part of it, isn't it?
Ghetto zebras. Feel like that's part of the experience.
It is, yeah. What I'll do is I'll jump in a spit and then immediately jump back in a LA7. That should solve it. Right, so there's the spit. I'll now come out of this and get in the LA7, and I think that will solve it. Well done, I forgot about the bug. Ooh, where am I now? I'm on the other side. I don't normally spawn here. This is different. Yeah, I'm just there. I've never spawned here before. Nice and close to the runway. Okay, let's go for it then. I'll adjust my radio. Radio check.
Yeah, 124 check. I figured you were without radio because you were in the LA7.
Well, I took the precaution of getting a spit first, but I crashed the LA7 because I forgot to open the engine cowl and the oil cooler, and because I crashed, I got the bug. So I just went into a spit, got the radio and come back into this, and hopefully it'll be okay this time.
Chief, connect ground air supply. Copy.
I'm just doing some
Air supply is now connected.
general target clearance so that we've got some breathing room for calling in a convoy at some point.
Yeah, copy that. Whereabouts should I go once I take off, if it's still viable, if you haven't shot it all to bits?
Chief, apply ground air supply. Copy. Air is now applied.
In total, the artillery to the southwest, the T-55s to the north. I'm dealing with the ZSUs in the bridge. I'm not sure what set of targets Undead was going to go for first, but any of the BTRs, I think from a warbird perspective, the BTRs would probably be doable. Or
Yeah.
the artillery to the southwest.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, let's get going. Fuel on. Exhaust pressure to fuel tank. Fuel gauge, fuel valve. Pump the fuel up to give 1.2 on this gauge here. Open this valve to get the prop turning. Prime. Magneto's on. Battery on. Start button and then pump. Okay, I think we're done with the air. We can get rid of that. Turn it off at the valve.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
I'm okay to move now. Fuel gauge turned on. Right, and this time I absolutely must. Oh, I haven't closed them, so I'm going to close these to get the engine warming up. I'll bring up the revs a little bit to get it warming. And then I must open them before I take them off. Turn the lights on in the meantime. Yourself some flaps to take off. I think I'm good to taxi now. LA7 26 for takeoff. Must open. Okay, we're opened. Laps are set. Let's go.
What's it for?
Copy.
What's it for, sir?
Ghetto zebras.
Copy.
Round
Copy.
Thank you.
Oh, you're down, are you? Yes, I
Ghetto zebras. Good hit.
think so. Could have been better. I mean, I only destroyed one on that first run. Someone else is here. Rearming. Probably that. Not sure who else is here. It could be. It could be undead. I haven't looked on the map. Well, I've had a couple, but I think whoever's here with me has probably had more than me.
2-4 check.
Copy. Looks like one smoker and one undamaged left. Okay, they've got rid of the undamaged. So now it's just a smoker. I don't think it's a threat, but I'll go for it. Are the units on the bridge still active, or any of them?
Unknown. I couldn't get visual recon to work earlier on, so I couldn't check.
Okay, come on, I'll go and take a look and see if anyone shoots at me. The line of whatever they were in the field, the BTR, no, they're sort of tank type things, aren't they, in the field? They are all destroyed. Someone was there with me, so between us we got rid of it.
Okay, that's all good. We've got, actually the BTRs to the northeast, they could probably do it as well. Because like a handful of groups that generally causes problems. So, the Shulkers are down, the T-55s to the north are all but down, your ones were down, so we've got the BTRs to the east end of the runway, BTRs to the north, just at the top of the road. So if you fly east from the runway, there's a road running north-south. If you follow the road, you go past the bunch of trucks, the Kamaz trucks, and at the end of that there's some BTRs. And then there's another bunch of BTRs just a little bit across where the flak gun is.
Okay, I'll see if I can find that road you were talking about.
But past the inner marker, yeah, it's just past the inner marker. There's a.
I think I see. I think I've got the road. Okay, yeah, I've got a line of somethings.
Yeah, that's the Kamaz. They're non-hostile, but at the end of the road, there's a handful of BTRs.
Copy that, I'm on my way.
Cannon that's
Okay, I've got eyes on one, right next to the road. I'll shoot. Out of ammo, RTB. Out of ammo, RTB.
right.
landing better in an A7 than I am in a Spit at the moment. Okay, 49 south edge of runway 4, we are on repair. Okay, so all that did was change my view. Let's try again.
Request repair. Copy. Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming. Copy.
And I'm going to refuel me a bit as well.
Refueling complete.
That's a bit heady, and I did pour it fairly gently.
Rearming complete.
Okay, so still waiting for repair, another 100 seconds before I start repair, which takes about 5-10 seconds. Okay, I don't need to close my engine cowls, I don't think, or the oil cooler. They can stay as they are, so there's no real danger of me overheating it later, as there would be if I forgot to reopen them. There we are, we're up on the ramps. Remember, I put my flaps to take-off position, and we're repaired. And of course, that's not going to happen until I've got the engine running, I guess. Okay, let's go through the normal attach the air bottle procedure.
Chief, connect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Right, now this valve is already open because I haven't closed it. Everything else is set. I just got to wobble my pump to give 1.25 of fuel pressure. And crack the throttle and prime. And now I should be able to start okay, I think. Oh, no, I've got to open this valve. Now I should be able to set my flaps, hopefully. There we go. That's it. That mark is just there. It was right down the bottom, now it's just there for takeoff. Okay, close this valve and request removal of the gas cylinder.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
Right, have I still got brakes permanently? Yep, that's all good. Right. I think I'm set in terms of takeoff flaps. I think everything should be good. Smooth centre, not very issue takeoff. Make sure there's no one there. LA7 08 for takeoff. as though they've all been dispatched. Out of there now, out on there.
Roger. I'm just rearming.
Yep, copy. Final zero.
Alright, well if anyone is kind of ready,
Say again? What's ready, Lexa?
the airfield can take pop-ups of stuff, so when everyone is ready we can rerun one.
Supply copy.
Yeah.
Copy that. I might jump in on Moz for that. Just because it'll give me rockets rather than just plain old bullets. But I've had quite some success in this LA7 today, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to jump in the Moz, losing comms. that because I was now going to request a resupply of ammo, etc. So a convoy will come in, but they are liable to attack. So we need to be in the vicinity to try and defend them against attackers. That's why I've taken a Mozzie. I've got rockets on the Mozzie, and they are more equipped for knocking out troops, because you don't have to hit the troop directly, you can just knock them out with the blast. Okay, carry on, start up trimming, etc. Okay, I'm armed and guns and rockets are made ready. Give it some trim. I've done the other trims, but I'll give it some alien trim. That helps with this aircraft, it seems. Okay, let's go. Mosquito, taxi to London. So taxi to 08. Pass.
Ghetto Zebras. Finally got my radio going again.
Excellent. Oh, I haven't turned mine on. Well done. That's the second time you've given me the prompt for a radio. I've got to turn mine on. Put it on channel 124. I'll get a radio check as well, just in case. 49 radio check.
Yep, check.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Yes. didn't set my flaps. So she makes it without flaps, and we're not going to stop now.
Requested.
Thank you. Thank you.
South. Right, it's to the south. So approach with caution because the ZSUs are going to be down there. It's the only one we're doing.
Yeah, copy.
I have a line on a ZSU. I'm going to see if I can get a shot off. Copy.
Copy.
Okay, you can see the car target, but I can't get a fire shot.
I've got convoy.
Copy that.
This is going to be a painful one because they're going through the trees, so there's going to be a lot of ambush. Despite the fact that I use a random number generator to work out the direction that the convoy comes from, is startlingly consistent, the locations that are randomized. Careful, someone's just made a ZSU pop up.
Oh, I just got hit by a missile.
Negative, that was a ZSU. He's strayed a little bit south of the river.
Yeah. I wonder if I can get back. Port engine's on fire. Have we got fire extinguishers on here? I can't remember.
I think we have, I've never used them, never survived.
Gotta find them.
If they are, it's on the right side. Co-pilot dash sort of area.
Clear. Hard luck.
Okay, found fire extinguisher, fire is out.
Nice.
Engine's still running. At the east end, but I do go round, coming on 08.
Okay, they're just coming out of the tree line. Wish I could get the red smoke to disappear as well.
I know, I turned around and I crapped myself. I was like, oh wait, no, that's old smoke.
Yeah, I can start it, but yeah, you just have to let it run for the 3 minutes.
Okay, so I just had an engine fire, which I did find the extinguisher and put it out, but I've got no oil pressure on that engine.
Where did they go? Did they go back in the trees?
Yeah, they kind of went on the outline, but they're still going through.
They are our own convoy trying to come and deliver. They're under attack and we need to protect them. So hopefully I can now get repaired and maybe even get up in time to get out there and
No eyes on smoke.
assist.
Oh, eyes on.
Eyes on big. That's going to be an awkward one. I would not necessarily approach that one.
Yeah, they hit my port tyre as well. I've got a flat on the port side.
I don't know if you hit some infantry.
So I will cut engines.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
get
the
it
high explosive rounds you can get just splash damage to get them.
Convoys just come up behind us. The convoy should be safe. I count 3 trucks. We didn't lose any.
Shilka sparring.
Request repair. Copy.
Got the shield. Another one just off just off of me.
Yeah, there's that flat tyre. I haven't used any of my rockets, didn't get a chance because I got hit by a missile.
Yep, sprayed some rockets in there. I don't know if I got them all, but I got some. Convoy taking big hits.
So we're losing our supply that's coming in.
Oh, there's going to be artillery somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think the artillery was cleared. I'm rushing in to try, but this might be a bust.
You can't be rushing in. That's an American helicopter. It's going to be those ones to the southwest. I don't know, who are these two firing at? Alright, you go for those two, because you'll have the range on them.
If I can get up in time, I can use my rockets on this lot. Oh, wait a minute. That's the bridge. So they're not giving them fire. The only ones that might be will be that one there and perhaps something over here, but this lot are all...
Convoy, it's behind the convoy.
It was the mortar group on the road by the bridge.
That's our convoy bringing stuff in. Looks like we've lost one of them and another one is damaged.
It's so rare they actually have a fire at anyone, I forget they're there.
I thought the bridge got cleared.
BTRs, yes.
Okay, next time we'll actually clear the bridge.
The one Laxor is talking about is to the east of the bridge. It's on the... Basically, it's on the road. Some the unit on the road.
One bloke. But
Looks like I'm repaired. Just. Okay, let's start up again.
mortars.
Run the starter.
We just lost the second vehicle.
Not the mortar group, didn't.
I don't know who it was, but we lost the second vehicle in the convoy. We've only got one truck left.
Okay. We're pretty close to being out of danger zone. We got 2 trucks.
Okay, maybe the BTR went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time we'll clear the south properly. And I think the south is where most of the enemies are, so we need to actually clear people here, and then the convoy will be safe. I'm seeing 2 BTRs, not
are
2
the only ones
trucks.
that are surviving. The trucks were destroyed.
Fuck's sakes.
No, because at the moment, as long as any vehicle of the convoy makes it, all the supplies get credited.
Right, okay.
Ghetto, be aware I am to your left on the edge, north edge of the runway.
Just need that green smoke.
Ghetto, I'm about to take off now.
Yeah, watch out for those trees. You want to prune trees? Become a tree surgeon, not a helicopter, right?
I mean, that's what they did with Hueys.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Ghetto zebras. Moe's sounds good too.
Yeah, I think all of that. They all, even the jets, they all sound good. But some Some are particularly good, aren't they? Right, I'm going to roll.
Made the final turn. That's good. Doing 5 for myself. Is someone driving red?
Not seeing.
We could still have some ground units kicking around from the ambushes, so watch yourself as you come south.
be a good place for me to take a quick comfort break. I'll be back.
Ghetto Zebras. Coffee will be in a switch shortly.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
I've got a freezer timeout. Freeze or a timeout. Freeze or a ping timeout. Or a DCS total crash. Server ping timeout.
Ghetto zebras. No clue what harp opened, but on takeoff it went straight up and to the left. Ghetto zebras. Happened.
I think that's probably because we had a server timeout. Are you still in there or did it boot you out?
Ghetto zebras. I'm in.
Okay, well, I banked VC on you. Oh, hang on, you must have
Ghetto
taken
zebras. Beer rusty in the spit.
Well, you'll feel even more rusty when you land, I'm guessing. I'm not seeing you on the map. I think you probably didn't know it, but it probably booted you. Oh, hang on. No, you are there. You are there. You're in a different place. It's put you in a different place. Oh, okay. Yeah, forget all what I just said. It's probably a load of garbage.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Radio check.
All good.
Thank you.
08.
Copy. Spitfire taxi 08. Spitfire 08 for takeoff. I think that's all of them, Ghetto. Good little sortie there. That'll teach them to mess with us. Did you take any damage there, Ghetto? So I'm turning away from this area. I think this is close to where I got hit by a missile before, so I'm moving off. Whoa, that was ever so background noisy and just about a voice. Couldn't understand. See if there's any BTRs left on the bridge. I think they're probably all done, but we'll go and take a look. Not reading me well. Nothing visible on the bridge.
Ghetto zebras. My mix sounds messed up again.
Well, it's very, very noisy in the background. It's quite sharp. It's quite, I would say, clear. But it's like if you cup your hands around your mouth and speak, but then turn up the turn up the treble on your mic a lot. That's kind of like the sound I'm getting. It's very noisy in the background. damaged and out of ammo, RTB. North edge of runway repairs.
Ghetto zebras. Same im all shot up and have 2 flats.
2 flats, oh right, okay. Is that what they call negative snobbery or inverted snobbery? I'm worse off than you. Well done, well done. Now I've only got the 1 flat.
Request repair. Copy.
Ghetto zebras. I've missed the spit.
Request refueling.
I bet you have, I bet you have.
Request rearming.
Hang on, Laxor messaged me, what did he say?
Copy. Refueling complete.
But the LA7 is a very nice aircraft to have as well. Oh, there's a little moth flying around me. He's only a little thing, but he's darting around
Rearming complete.
in front of my eyes, really getting in the way. Well, I think that there's been some kind of success. I'm not on an aircraft, am I? Hang on, why am I not transferring? Ah, I'm transmitting now. Hold on. Okay, I was on the map a little while ago and I was pushing my TX and it wasn't going red, but it's doing it. It must be just me being sloppy with the button. Well, I'm quite struggling now. I had a late night last night because I was watching, after flying last night, I was watching Artemis stuff. So I ended up going to, well, actually I ended up going to bed very late, aka very early. But before that, actually fallen asleep here for I don't know how long, maybe half an hour, I don't know. So right now, if I was to let my eyes close and listen to the buzz in my earphones, I would be asleep in no time. So I'm thinking I might fold there. What's the general thought?
And 124, check.
Yeah, copy Alexa, how many?
Okay, that's better. Yeah, I don't know what it was with the other one, but it just wasn't.
Was it a different aircraft, or a different type, or just a reslot in the same aircraft?
No, I've just popped into the Spitfire next, on the Spawn.
Okay, yeah, they seem to work well. And generally, I like the mate radio in this bit, although that Ghetto's radio wasn't behaving itself very well. Ghetto, did you copy? Could you give us some kind of a comeback message?
Yeah, that just sounds like some need for noise suppression.
It was just all noise, wasn't it? There was no signal at all, just noise.
But there was a lot of hiss and shush in the background. So I guess that just means, if you just get some noise suppression running, then that might be enough to do it. Okay, well, no, I guess it's for... Oh shit, they are spamming.
Ghetto zebras. That was a misclick.
Oh right, I heard
Ghetto
it, but I didn't
zebras.
see where it came from. That
But was
just-
cool to see on stream.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue further tonight. I think
Ghetto
I've had a
zebras.
good night.
Look at that spit.
I know. Ain't she beaut?
Ghetto zebras. Carrying a little surprise.
Yes, I see it. What was that? Is that 250? Just realised I sent that out. No, I didn't send it anyway. Right. Oh, that's better. Okay, yeah, so I don't know what I sent just then, but is that 250 or 500? I'm not very good with this. Thinking about it, it might be a 500.
124.
Ghetto zebras. £500, sir.
Oh, I'm glad
Ghetto
I changed my
zebras.
radio. My radio. I'm
Pound.
glad I changed my mind then, because first I said 250, but then I decided no, that's perhaps more like a 500, and oh, that's good. Right, Lexor's radio is dead again. Okay, Lexor, if you are receiving, even if you can't TX, if you're receiving, I'm thinking that I might fold there. From what I said earlier on, if I said it on the right push to talk, that is. So I'm quite sort of worn out, I think, now.
Ghetto zebras. Take care, Bill. Nice flying with you guys this weekend. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, I mean, should do. We'll be here, I'm sure, one way or another. It's just a bit sad that I was, I'm kind of done in now because because I've been watching this Artemis thing, and I've had lots of late nights watching it, sort of not necessarily right through the night, but a good chunk of it. So I've had lots of nights that have been late. Last night was no exception, so it was late enough, and then I think I got into bed probably about 5. I can't even be sure. But yeah, so I just get hooked on. I got hooked on the Artemis thing and just carried on watching it all the time. So yeah, a bit earlier on, not earlier on, last night before I went up, I actually fell asleep at the computer, just sitting here listening because they play some really nice gentle music on that Artemis stuff. Artemis, however I should say it. It's really lovely gentle music, and it's just going to carry you right off into dreamland. So I'm thinking I might fold there. I'll wait for Lexor to come back at some point in some way just to confirm with him. But it's been a good night. We've had some good flying with the LA7. Well, all three. I've done LAC, LA7 rather. See, I can't even say LA7. LA7, Mosquito and Spitfire I've done tonight, and they've worked nicely.
Ghetto zebras. Yes, it was nice to see that Mo's in the air.
Yeah, and it's nice to fly it for a change. I mean, sometimes I give up with it because it does, when you spawn in on them, it does take a while to settle itself down because I think it has probably quite a lot to load in. So sometimes it's been the death of DCS. It's caused DCS to crash. But tonight was quite good. It was a good little run.
Not too far.
Don't think I didn't use my rockets. I don't think I got as far as using my rockets, but did get some success with all 3 aircraft. That was good.
Ghetto zebras. Yes sir.
Okay, well I've just basically sort of signed off with Laxor. So for anyone that's here on my stream, thanks for being there. And I'm going to fold for tonight. And yeah, we should be flying okay Friday night and Saturday night of next week as normal. Oh, and Laxor heard me
Ghetto
mention.
zebras.
Right, okay.
Take care, Bill. Catch you then.
Yeah, and you, Ghetto. Thanks for flying. It's been good fun flying with you. Take care. Catch you next weekend. TTFN, old chap. So I'm now going to drop DCS. And there we are. We are at the splash screen for DCS. Just to say, I'm going to fold now. Thanks for being there. Catch you again, hopefully, next Friday. Take care, everybody. TTF.